Magic and politics is the first and biggest tie I see between Charmed and our discussions. Specifically, the connection between the villainization of witches so that one person can gain power or settle squabbles. One example recently discussed was the blaming of Jews for poisoning wells, which has a similar relationship to witch hunts in both Charmed and the Witch Hunt movie. Their use of formulas for spells and the use of divination via the TV, having negative connotations attached to seeing the past, were also themes touched on in this class. In Witch Hunt, on the other hand, it also relied heavily on the characteristics of magic and politics. However, it also gave some elements of the good monster. For example, the witches are able to control their power somewhat, but they are not allowed to learn that control, which in turn exacerbates the problems they face. While the witches are not monsters on the outside, they certainly fill that role in their society as such, which is why I call them monsters even though they are not. Burkhard of Worms, in his writing, places a strong emphasis on the saving of individuals after admission of guilt. This suggests a focus on repentance and redemption for those who may have been involved in magical practices or beliefs. In contrast, this week's reading does not explicitly mentions salvation or the possibility of redemption for individuals involved in magic. Another difference is that Burkhard singles out women in particular and links certain female roles like serving meals to superstitious beliefs such as invoking demons. He also addresses the growing accusations of night flight, ritual cannibalism, and mutilated corpses which would later become part of witchcraft trials and prosecutions. Whereas the passages this week provide mention of both, quote, poor old women as well as, quote, simple-minded kinds of men, unquote, who enter into these beliefs. This suggests a difference of gender-specific focus by Burkhard on women and implies that they are more prone to engage in magical practices. In contrast, this week's readings passage does not specifically single out women or any particular gender. Both readings share the theme of discouraging belief in magic or supernatural practices. They convey the idea that such beliefs are erroneous and misguided. Both perspectives suggest that the allure of magic and supernatural powers is a result of the influence of evil spirits or demons. They imply that these entities use false promises of power to deceive and manipulate people. Similarly, both passages refer to the manifestation of magic of, of magic created by demons. Similarly, the theme of it is wrong to believe in magic is implied in all pieces of text.